Hello. So Module 12 was about internet safety, and the first question we were asked to reflect on was why is internet safety so important? What is your role as an educator in teaching internet safety to your students? I think internet safety is really important, especially as an educator, to show your students how important it is for them to have maybe parental guidance online. And I think as an educator, it's important to just monitor the students and what they're looking at online. And I think it's also important as an educator to inform your students of all the risks that they face when they go online, especially without maybe parental guidance, because then they're just kind of looking at whatever they want, and that's where they can kind of get into some trouble. I think as an educator, it's also important to inform parents of the risk that their children face online. I think with increased technology and everything in today's society, I think it's really important to teach students and our children about cyberbullying, and I know it talked about sexual solicitation online, which is really becoming more frequent, and that's pretty scary, especially if you think about your students or your children being approached online for sex. And so I think it's just really important as an educator and a parent to just inform your kids of all the risk that they take when they go online, and to always just be careful about what they say and who they talk to. And I think it's important to have limitations in the classroom and at home on those computers. I think it would be wise to have maybe like a kids mode on the computers in the classroom. That way they can't look up things that they shouldn't be, or that way they can't talk to people who maybe they shouldn't be talking to. I think we can also limit the students' interaction online. That way they're not getting too exposed to the things that are on there. Next, we were asked what our thoughts were after exploring the NetSmarts website and completing the Teaching Digital Citizenship training program. And do you feel the training program is relevant and useful for all educators? I thought the NetSmarts website was really nice. I thought it was set up really well, and I think it's really important as an educator to take that training program, because it really does show you a lot of what you can tell your students and warn them against online. And I think it's also important for students to go onto this website and maybe even participate in that. Well, maybe not the training, but they should be informed of all the risk they take when they go online. So I think maybe this website can be brought up in a classroom, and teachers can kind of show their students this program and tell them all the risks, because it does cover, it says digital literacy and ethics, inappropriate content, online sexual solicitation, online privacy, sexting, and cyberbullying. And I think those are all issues that should be covered in a classroom, and children should be warned about the risk that they're taking when they do go online. And it would also be a good website to maybe email to parents so that they have an idea of what goes on online and what their children could be exposed to online. Lastly, we were asked to reflect on the article about youth safety and describe what useful information you were able to take away from the article. I thought the article was really enlightening. It kind of just emphasized all those points that you kind of saw on the NetSmart website. It just went a little more in detail. And I think the thing I was most surprised about was that just the amount of sexual solicitation to young children that's going on online, and I guess I was just surprised by that. And like I said, with the growing technology and everything, we're getting an increase of sexting and cyberbullying, and I think it's happening to younger and younger children, and some of those things they just shouldn't be exposed to, especially at a younger age. So I think we should really be monitoring our students and our children of what they're doing online, because really anything can happen online or in the real world, So I think we should monitor our children more online and just create blocks for them so that they're not being shown stuff that they shouldn't be shown. And that's really all I have to say about that. So thank you for listening.